And keep driving the ray once again. Well, I've got various ways to deal with that, like going up over the pipes or recycling it, but I'll just take the stairs. Notice radiation. This is the workstation of, or the lack of workstation, of that new guy, Akande, who was described. New IT person, I guess. Or security guard, maybe. Signed for firearm. Walk the area, check rooms, wash the booth windows, yeah. Very low-level security guy. Corrective is closed. Getting that workstation. So this was some guy who, maybe he was a volunteer also, who had not committed very serious crimes and was like put on work duty instead of feed to Typhon duty? Or maybe he was a TranStar employee who did something they didn't like and got punished, but then did well afterwards? Akande, shotgun rounds. I'll agree there's something in here. Yeah, mimics. Mimics! There are mimics! Oh, I want to find Akande. Seems like someone with initiative who was liked and doing useful things. He's probably dead, but on the basis that most people are dead. But might not be. Heather Bence, rest in peace. Thanks for the biohazard. Why the biohazard waste in the toilet? Best not to ask that question, perhaps. Alright, here I am in... Wait, I'm back out here. I think? No, hang on. Was this the way into... Right, I'm still locked in the Arboretum, yes. Yeah. I mean, I'm locked out of the Arboretum, I'm locked in the deep storage. Consequently, I cannot go and talk to Michaela, incidentally. Hey, this is a radioactive waste. Thankfully, it's not leaking right now, but still, I should be careful with that. So, I was out here before, wasn't I? No, I wasn't. Rest in peace, Lynn Clear. I was, because I saw this insane diagram thing. Game planning or something. I guess what happened is I went into the data vaults through here? No, because I just came down these stairs. Did I jump up here and go through these windows? I must have done that. I am prone to jump onto things, I guess. Yeah, so I never actually went towards the central repository door here. Would it even have opened for me? No. Oh, it's quite reasonable that I didn't then. Ooh. Could this be a science operator dispenser? Even medical would be useful, but science would be good. Sir. Fur. Ah, it's medical. See, the thing is, the fact that Morgan did all this in the past was, Alex is not wrong. Like, it's Morgan who's changed, right? He used to be as into this as anyone. He knew what was going on. That fact is what makes me draw the parallels with games like Amnesia: The Dark Descent, and what makes me think that the whole plan that January Morgan had, December Morgan's plan was kind of cowardly, kind of whistleblowing. Like, you know, he was like, oh, I've woken up and found these horrible things are going on. Apparently I authorized them, but anyway, people need to know I need to escape personally, and then I can blow the whistle, so it kind of justifies the escape. Yeah, not totally wrong, but I would say running away from the problem. And shall I grant access to the central repository? No. No, I will in fact grant access to. Seems silly not to at this point, even though I could climb up here instead. Ooh, that's blood. What am I going to find up here? Possibly not nice things. No? In fact,
hello, are you here for an appointment?
That's a mimic. Whoa, way to go. I like how the mimic is also successfully hiding from my operator friend here. Pop! Got his ass. Okay, so central repository. Or wherever else is useful to go for here. The central repository might not be the only place left to search in this place. January's plan, destroy the station. To kind of destroy the records of what we've done here, it's all over, it has to end, is a different kind of running away from the problem, I would say. It's actually kind of lost track of the whistleblowing idea as well, too. Right, yes, I thought there was somewhere I hadn't been. This zapping room. Alright, let's see if I can find a way to get into there which doesn't kill me. As usual, my plan will be to jump. That science operator is giving us very bad advice. You should not remove your psychoscope. Anyone not wearing these things is incredibly vulnerable to the Typhon. Confidential records. Oh yeah, that's the volunteer records. Why am I having trouble getting up here? I've been up here before, as you can see. I guess I got here before through something. Through Danielle Show's office. Well, I'll do it again. But what does that leave us? Alex is going to want to cover things up somehow. I don't know how that's even possible. He may have a way to do it though. January wants to blow everything up. December Morgan, wanted to go to Earth and blow the whistle. Which is not actually as bad an idea as I've been thinking. If you do it right. Like, because basically, I mean... essentially what he'd be doing is turning himself in for mass murder. Which actually does sound like a bad idea when you put it that way, but there are some merits to it. Let's put it that way. Oh no, I thought I'd be able to get through here, but I can't. Oh no, maybe I can. Yep, I can. That's all good. So, the December plan is not actually totally out of the question. But if it involves leaving everyone else on the station to die, I won't do it. Because that would be just kind of compounding the problem and the same kind of running away behavior that I've complained about already. Okay, so I see this is the way in there. Hooray, I did it. Access to region. Data vaults. I wonder if this is different to the central repository. Is this actually where I would have got to by going through there, or is it something else? Yeah. I will get these things out of the way to make it easier to travel through here in future. Gulp. I believe I killed a mimic in here. Yeah, here it is. Or a weaver, in fact. Yes, well. Lots of stuff on his corpse. So, rest in peace, Andrew Gray. Still haven't found the new security guy who seemed like a real go-getter. Ooh, that's space. That's cool. Oh yeah, deep storage. Danielle Show got out, didn't she? She got into space from here. I could do the same thing as a way to escape. Alex has locked me in, but the data vaults... It's like strapped onto the edge of the station. If I can get through there, maybe I can get to space. If you can go to space, you can go anywhere. As everywhere in the whole world is in space, technically. But how do I enter those areas? Hello? Ah, I can't even in. Well, rest in peace. Thanks for the shotgun shells. And, good job hoarding Euromods. He may have been trying to fight the Typhon, but he came up against the Weaver, I imagine. Not a good time if you're not wearing a psychoscope. Michaela hasn't got one. Maybe that's why January didn't lower the shields on the office. I've really got to get back there. Got to get back to Morgan's office so that we can, I guess so that we can listen to this tape together and then she attacks him? I probably won't do that because it would be stupid, but I don't know, maybe it's kind of sadistic to suggest that. I kind of want to... The game doesn't allow for this, but I'd kind of like to send her a message just saying, being like, look, you just listen to the tape and you can feel however you like about it. I've got some station exploding or saving business to take care of. We can talk later if you want. Don't think she will want to. Like, I'm not going to make the claim that that was a different person. The Morgan she knew in the past, the one she had a relationship with, that was the guy who did those things, who ran those experiments, and the name is Simtest, to try and... basically a wizard doing blood magic rituals where you sacrifice someone for magic powers. The fact that like this backfired on him and wiped his memory too much, and he started changing and no longer liked doing this, does not actually erase the responsibility of having done it in the first place.
Hello, are you here for an appointment?
Okay, I thought there might have been a maintenance shaft there, but there is not. Okay, so I can't get into the data faults right now. I haven't figured out a way to power these doors. Perhaps if I go to the central repository, I'll be able to find something there which can do it. If not, I'll come back here at some point. For now, my course is basically set. Good news is we get to take another trip in microgravity. I think this is going to take us into the place with all the coral. Yes. Those are cystoid nests. As I saw earlier, there's many cystoid nests. Oops. No. I'm sorry, I've wasted your time and mine. Well, I mean, I'll take the opportunity, since I'm going back in anyway, to take a reployer with me this time and hurl it.
Microgravity detected.
Did it come with me? I think so, yeah. Lol. Swarmed the thing. That was not a reasonable move on their part. Alright, can I see other cystoid nests around? Yeah, central data repository. Why is this place in microgravity? Oh right, January explained it earlier. It's so that in the event of problems, you can jettison everything here and basically throw all the data into space. Which is another case of TranStar being just like fully prepared to do massive amounts of cover-ups at any time, just in case. So what do we got here? This terminal file server. Drive installation. Alright, I'll mount the A drive. No, it doesn't say mount a drive, it says mount a drive. Huh? If I can find a drive, I'll plug it in. Could this be one? Yes, but it's a fried one. Will this like... Whoa! Whole bunch of stuff. Will this like break the computer if I plug it in? Oh, it's in my inventory, in fact. I picked it up because that kind of thing. Well, okay, not worth thinking about. So, our trusty reployer can be recollected once again in order to hurl. Go get him. Ah. Need more movement. But not movement by me. This sure is a lot of coral. So if this place is the subconscious of Telos 1 and contains the collective memory of the TranStar Corporation, the fact that it's filled with the apex substance of the Typhon ecosystem is very suggestive, figurative, meaningful in non-specific ways. The way that Morgan phrased things there in that tape of him killing Michaela's father, that was interesting. He was like actively working on the... Whoa, shit. They're after me. They want to kill me. But I don't want to be killed by them. So he was actively working on the Typhon research in between plugging himself into the simulation, referred to it as the sim. Was this the only simulation he built? Calvino's portable looking glass headset thing, did it get used? Is there a sim within a sim, or was that used for something separate? I don't know. I don't know for sure. But it's interesting, there was this period of time when he was doing the tests to develop the... Well, can I listen to that tape again? I probably can't because I've sent the file out off. But, yeah, it's gone. There was a period of time when he was actively working on this stuff, referred to capturing a connectome of a mimic in the same way they do of people who are having their brain scans done for neuromod skills preservation, the skills recording process. They were basically doing the same thing to Typhon. I mean, it must have seemed pretty obvious at some point. Once you start... You're recording skills and using the Typhon material to basically bond them into people's brains, and then you start thinking, hang on, the Typhon have these extremely weird and cool skills. Can we record those using the same process? The answer is yes. Yes, you can. But, very impressive stuff, but it has the same costs as everything else. I think, like, surely, if you discover these aliens and their capabilities and dangers, and figure out that alien DNA or whatever, alien goop, can be used to create plasticity in human brains, which is a dangerous concept, by the way, but which is also commercially valuable because of the neuromod concept. Surely what you then do is dedicate a bunch of research effort to an attempt. When I move into the coral, weird stuff happens on my screen. There's noises and... basically, surely you should then be dedicating a lot of research effort to the attempt to find an alternative, the so-called exotic material. Is alien goop the only way to achieve this effect? Does it have a physical cause, or is it like magic? Is it you know, a substance which cannot be comprehended by science? They know how to create it in this rather crude way of, again, feeding prisoners to alien monsters, but they have no other way to produce anything like it for some... I don't think materials science works that way. Hello, it's a weaver. Well, weavers aren't so tough anymore. Flame here. I may have to pass through the fire and the flames. The flame and the coral can be hard to distinguish. Particularly because these flame jets are kind of buggy. Like where they appear and how they move and so on. Yeah, I won't bother trying to seal all those fire leaks. Bunch of interesting looking cargo here. No, it was ordinary boring cargo. I do have an objective marker telling me hard to drive somewhere. Also one saying mimic, which is slightly funnier. I've got a map of this area. Yes, but it's not very useful. I've become a little disoriented. I've lost track of where I haven't been. Which is a shame in case there's anything interesting other than the hard drive. These look like ceiling lights, so I'll just reorient myself. Yeah, control panels are now correctly oriented, so this is the way up that I'm kind of meant to be. Good old Michael. Aha, yes, and these central pillar things are actually at the entrance to the room, so I have not come very far overall, but I've defeated enemies. Yep, that's where I came in. Right. Reorientation complete. The coral confuses me. Right. I don't mean in the sense that I'm like, oh, what the hell is coral? Although that is also true. I mean, it confuses me because of the way it passes through glass, it bends around things, it makes itself seem important. It is like the protagonist substance. And its orientation, however, is completely orthogonal, not in the sense of being at a 90-degree angle, but in the sense that it is unrelated to human construction. Why is there all this coral here? So, the modules of deep storage. Oh, a bunch of floating stuff there. Is this where something was that exploded? I see, toolbox. Probably unimportant. That is a hard drive. Is it the hard drive? Presumably so. So, January obviously has access to the suit heads-up display. January is the person, or entity, or system, putting objective markers on our HUD, and obviously knew where the hard drive was, because January is a brain scan of Morgan, who put the hard drive there in the first place. I'll plug this thing in. But I won't activate it yet because I saw an interesting thing. There's like a sort of an area which I had not been to, like down here. I basically haven't had any reason to visit here, but there's like a whole region of the server racks which is absolutely chock full of coral. There won't necessarily be anything interesting down here, although the coral is itself interesting. Yeah. Okay, that's just a minor distraction. Let's go back to the file server. Right, please give me the fabrication plan for an arming key for the self-destruct sequence, just in case I at some point want to destroy Telos 1, at some point soon.
Good work. I was worried the drive might have been damaged. You can use Chief Show's workstation to download the fabrication plan. Then we can reconstruct your arming key.
The download station. Alright. Let's head back out there. I think I'm done with... Oh, that's a mimic. Can't get it through here, can I? No, but I can scan it from here. No, I can't do that either. Well, I'll just bear in mind that as soon as I come out of here, things are going to attack me.
Normal gravity detected.
Mimic where? There was a greater mimic as well. Pop! Oh, not quite pop. There we go. Pop. Mm-hmm. Aha. Come back here, you little bastard. Pop. Okay, the download station. It's just over here. Technically, this one thing has been the subject of, I won't say Morgan's, January's entire Pop. And my health regenerates. Very nice. Yeah, this is like the one thing that past Morgan wanted was, you know, once I get out of the sim, find this thing and use it. Although, don't you need 2 arming keys? Doesn't have Alex have the other one? Come on. Everything turns off. Alex is monitoring things. He's like, no, stop. He doesn't seem to be able to stop things in time, though.
Morgan, Alex has you boxed in.
Hey, senor.
Look, there's nothing I can do about the lockdown from out here. But I promised I'd help you. So listen. Deep storage was built with a series of data vault modules that can be jettisoned from the station. It's a redundant backup system. That's your way out. Look at my workstation again. I'm exposing a utility that'll open up one of the vaults. Once you're in, look for a manual release. Then your ass is space junk, like me.
Thank you. You should really get back into the station right now, though. I'm just saying. A or B? Does it matter? Ah, A is the one she went out in. B it is.
Welcome. Maybe I can help you.
I just feel like the Chief Archivist is going to die pointlessly, basically. I guess she doesn't have a psychoscope on. That's why it's not safe to enter the station. You need a psychoscope and a suit with oxygen tanks. Wow. That's the Earth. Alright. Fuck off, Alex. Morgan may be as much at fault for all this stuff, but he at least is trying to make amends, or at least trying to pretend to be someone else. So. Oh.